This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
The state budget is out, from milk to schools to health and the Sri Lankan refugees in Tamil Nadu. It's all there, but no new schemes.
புதிய திட்டங்கள் பற்றிய அறிவிப்புகள் இதில் இல்லை என்றாலும் ஏற்கனவே அறிவித்து செயல்படுத்தி வரும் பல்வேறு திட்டங்களை கருத்தில் கொண்டு இந்த இடைக்கால நிதிநிலை அறிக்கை வகுக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது.
But Jayalalitha doesn't agree. It says it's not growth-oriented, skipping power cuts and the agrarian crisis. A private complaint by Subramanian Swamy at the Delhi court brings up the role of the chief minister in the 2G scam and national security. The DMK reacts, calls Dr. Swamy the biggest political comedian and calls Montek Singh Ahluwalia responsible for
He is the biggest political comedian. Always he does this.
Stormwater drains only adds more strain for the Alwarpet resident. Is the Chennai Corporation even listening? And 6 men who attempted to kidnap a boy in the city in November are tracked down by the city police. Hello and welcome to the news tonight with me, Evelyn Matthew. A look at the rest of the news as well. ICC's verdict on spot fixing is out, but is banned for 10 years, Asif for 7 and Amir cannot pay for 5 years. Umar Abdullah slams the army for the death of a civilian. Protests erupt in Handwara. Ulfa announces talks with the centre on the 10th of February, says killings on both sides were wrong. 17 notices were sent out and prosecution has begun in the Swiss bank money trail, says Pranab Mukherjee. An Indian student of Tri-Valley University recalls the horrific experience of being in secret custody for 15 days. And the personal intervention by Rajasthan's tourism minister helped save the life of a tigress in Ranthambore. Just months before Tamil Nadu votes in the state election, the governing DMK party has presented a budget which is being seen as quite populist. Right from the milk delivered to your homes, colour television sets to school education, it's all featured in this time's allocation of state funds. Also the fact that the senior citizen pension scheme alone gets 1,379 crore rupees is a strong indication. Peer Muhammad has more details.
As the opposition protested at debts of over 1 lakh crore rupees during the last 5 years, State Finance Minister K. Anbaragan presented the interim budget which appeared aimed at pleasing the electorate.
புதிய திட்டங்கள் பற்றிய அறிவிப்புகள் இதில் இல்லை என்றாலும் ஏற்கனவே அறிவித்து செயல்படுத்தி வரும் பல்வேறு திட்டங்களை கருத்தில் கொண்டு இந்த இடைக்கால நிதிநிலை அறிக்கை வகுக்கப்பட்டுள்ளது. உதாரணமாக 2006 பொதுத் தேர்தலின் போது கொடுத்த வாக்குறுதிகளை நிறைவேற்றி தமது வாய்மையை நிரூபித்திடும் வகையில் விவசாயிகளின் கூட்டுறவு கடன்களை 7,000 கோடி ரூபாய் அளவுக்கு ரத்து செய்தோம்.
The interim budget admitted that the implementation of the 6th Pay Commission and freebies have been a burden, with salary and pension getting 49%, social sector spending 30% and others 21%.
6th Pay Commission, certainly it has increased the burden on salary and pension, but the government will get over from that problem. There is no issue on that. Only the last installment will be paid in the month of April.
The governing DMK and its allies maintain that the fiscal deficit and debts are under control. School education got 12,674 crores, but the allocation for both welfare measures and infrastructure projects may help the DMK win votes in the polls.
அனைத்து வகையிலும் தமிழக மக்களுக்கு தமிழகத்துக்கு பயனளிக்கும் திட்டங்களை செயல்படுத்தக்கூடிய நிதிநிலை அறிக்கையாக இது இருக்கிறது.
The opposition is not satisfied and feels the government should be doing more for the people. They point out that agriculture did not get enough attention.
பல்வேறு துறைகளில் திராவிட முன்னேற்றக் கழக அரசு இன்றைக்கு படுதோல்வி அடைந்திருக்கிறது. ஆகவே இதை சரி செய்வதற்கு இந்த இடைக்கால பட்ஜெட் போதிய அளவில் இருக்கும் என்று ஆளும் திராவிட முன்னேற்றக் கழக அரசு எதிர்பார்க்கிறது. ஆனால் வறுமையிலும் ஏழ்மையிலும் பல்வேறு வாழ்க்கையினுடைய நெருக்கடிகளில் தமிழக மக்கள் சிக்கி தவித்துக் கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள்.
Allocation of rupees 2,632 crore for the Chief Minister's housing scheme and cost escalation for the new assembly building work by 100% is expected to draw fierce opposition criticism. But in the budget, the DMK appears to have done what it wanted to do, that is, keeping the voter in mind. In Chennai with Peer Mohammed, Divya Kumar for NDTV Hindu.
Meanwhile, Karunanidhi's political arch-rival Ms. J. Jayalalitha has said that the interim budget was not growth-oriented as it did not address price rise, power cuts and the agrarian crisis. She said, and I quote, "Instead of giving solutions, the interim budget has explained why there is price rise," unquote. She said the budget failed to follow up on schemes such as modernization of Arvin in Coimbatore and the power projects announced in earlier budgets. Jayalalitha added that the retrieval of states' rights on interstate river water disputes such as Mullai Periyar and Kaveri was not spelt out today. Now, A. Raja may be in the custody of the CBI, but the buzz around the former minister continues. Today, a Delhi court asked the CBI to file a fresh report on a private complaint by the Janata Party President Subramanian Swamy. The complaint seeks prosecution of the former telecom minister. Swamy sought to claim that his complaint covers wider canvas of involvement by the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi in the scam and national security. The Spectrum King was arrested 2 days ago with his aides based on the report filed by Justice Shivraj Patil. The two main petitions that led to this report were by Subramanian Swamy and the CPIL. Now seeking the CBI's response in this matter, the court has posted the hearing for the 23rd of February. Meanwhile, the DMK has reacted to those charges by Dr. Swamy, calling him the biggest political comedian. This was what the spokesperson of the DMK, in fact, Mr. TKS Ilangovan, who has now said that the 2G was cleared by the incumbent minister as well as the deputy chairman of the Planning Commission, Montek Singh Ahluwalia.
Petition seeking CM in that 2G case.
I don't know what that funny character thinks of.
No, basically, he's saying the CM should be added as a co-conspirator in the 2G spectrum issue.
2G spectrum issue itself is nothing. It was cleared by the incumbent minister. It was cleared by the not less than a man like the deputy chairman of the Planning Commission of India. First, let something come out of it. People will know the facts very soon.
Dr. Swamy wants to include Dr. Karunanidhi's name as the co-conspirator. Any specific response to that?
He is the biggest political comedian. Always he does this. Nothing new in these deeds.
Well, moving on, the final countdown has begun for the former IPL Commissioner Lalit Modi. The City Police have announced the 15th of February as the final deadline for Modi's aides. They will have to appear before the Central Crime Branch by then. The case pertains to the complaint lodged by the BCCI against Lalit Modi and 6 others on allegedly causing a loss to the tune of 468 crore rupees.
Lalit Modi will get the 15th varanirkanga. Lalit Modi tavara mattavanga 15th varanirkanga. So we given them time. We have given time till the 15th. The second summons have been served on all these people. They have promised to appear before us before the 15th of February.
Now, the City Police today has been successful in tracing a 6-member gang in relation to the kidnap of a businessman's son way back in November last year. The 21-year-old was returning home when the gang had abducted him. The men did go on to even demand a ransom of 1.5 crore rupees. But when the gang really feared the arrests later on, the boy was dropped at Tiruvallur and escaped then. The abduction came close on the heels of 2 other major kidnap incidents in Coimbatore and Chennai city. The accused have been produced at a city court and have been lodged at the Pural prison.
This is a joint operation, City Police and Intelligence சேர்ந்து பண்ணது. And இருந்தாலும் it was a very challenging job. That's why கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 3 மாசம் ஆயி போச்சு. OCU இருக்குல்ல அது வச்சு பண்ணோம். Intelligenceல OCU ன்னு ஒரு யூனிட் இருக்கு. அதோட சேர்ந்து பண்ணோம்.
Well, the big story in sports really making headlines. The ICC has taken a tough stance against the tainted trio of Pakistani cricketers who are involved in the spot fixing scandal. Ex-Pakistani captain Salman Bhatt has been banned for 10 years, while Mohammad Asif gets a ban of 7 years. 19-year-old pacer Mohammad Amir, meanwhile, has also been taken to task with a ban of 5 years. The charges relate to alleged incidents during a test match against England's at Lord's last year, when a leading Britain's tabloid claimed the players were willing to deliberately bowl no balls. All three players, who are initially suspended from international cricket after spot fixing allegations, have repeatedly denied the allegations and had expressed confidence that they will resume their careers. And joining us on the phone line with reactions is resident editor with the Deccan Chronicle, Mr. R. Mohan, who joins us over the phone line right now. So thanks very much for talking to us. A big blow for the men in green as a team on the whole. What's your reaction to it?
I think they had it coming, really. They've done it for too long, and in spite of all the warnings and so many things that happened 10 years ago, they've still carried on in the same vein. And this is the first time that they've been caught with evidence, and this had to happen at some time or the other.
Right. The ban of 10 years, quite a long period. Do you think it was a little too much, or was it something that he deserved?
I mean, as the ringleader, as the captain of the team, and he was involved in all this, he had to pay the price. I think it's perfectly honest, good justice, really. He can't complain because he's the captain and he's been leading his bowlers into bowling no balls and, at somebody's bidding, whether it's bookmakers or fixers or whoever they are, that he's allowed his bowlers to be dictated to by such people, and I think he totally deserves it.
Right. As far as Mohammad Asif is concerned, he has been charged more than once. Do you think 7-year ban is enough for that cricketer?
I think he's been a serial offender, but considering his age, I think 7 years is about the end of his career. Nobody can see him coming back after 7 years. The only pity is that, somebody so young as Mohammad Amir, who's obviously been influenced by other people, that's so young, so innocent, that he's been led into all this, that he has to pay for his career with 5 years now.
Right. One final question. What do you think really the message is with this kind of an announcement to other cricket players with this kind of an action?
I think they should draw the line really at this point and say, we are not going to deal with this. Anybody who comes to us with some proposition like this has to go out of the door. You just can't give them any room at all. The fixers are there out in the world everywhere. And you see it in horse racing all the time, that the jockeys are the ones who stop the horses from winning. And it's the same thing. If cricketers are underperforming at somebody's command, they have to realize now that we'll draw the line, that nobody is going to cross it, come to us and say do this and do that. It's a very, very, very harsh lesson, but it's a very good lesson for cricket, I think.
Right. Thanks very much indeed, Mr. Mohan, for joining us and talking to us with your reactions as well. There you go. Him saying that basically there's no space for corruption and that sportsmen have to have the sportsman spirit, more or less, when it comes to any game. More national stories coming your way on News Tonight. Do stay with us.